I am back with more life-saving advice. Now, as some of you know, especially those of you who've been watching for a while, I only speak the truth on this show. Only the truth. And sometimes the truth is not what you want to hear. But that doesn't change it from being the truth. And the truth is, you need to regularly change your pillowcases. Now, hopefully, most of you are like, duh. Obviously, you need to change your pillowcases. But there are some who do not. There are some who never change their pillowcases. There are some who don't have pillowcases. Please, ladies and gentlemen, do not raw dog your pillow. Please. Use a pillowcase and change it frequently. Now, why is this important? Well, you are disgusting. You are a disgusting entity. So the oils from your face and your hair seep into your pillowcase. And if you don't have a pillowcase, they seep directly into your pillow. And it's important that you change this because the oils and the grime and all the dirt from your face and your hair go into that pillowcase, and then it goes back into your face. So you'll get acne, you'll get complications in your skin, your hair will be oily all the time. It's just not good. It's easier to just change your pillowcase. Now, I don't know what the recommended amount is or recommended frequency, but I would say every 2 weeks is probably a good metric. It's probably even less. I would say the recommended is probably like maybe once a week, but I have no idea. I'm usually about every 2 weeks, and I feel like that is good. That is better than, I would say, 80% of people. My fear is that most people, they just have had the same pillowcase forever. They've just had the same sheets, the same comforter forever. They don't change anything at all, which is horrifying. But to each his own. To each his own. That's what I say. I say let people do what they want to do, but educate them. Educate them. Tell them the right way to do things. And if they don't want to do those right things, just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. That's unfortunately all we can do. There are no mandates against pillowcases. There is no required frequency for changing your pillowcases. I wish there was. I wish we lived in a world where our lawmakers and our politicians could do stuff that's important to us and that helps the American people, but that's not the society we live in. There will never be a mandate on pillowcases, so we'll just have these filthy, disgusting pillowcases lying around. Not good. Not good. So, pillowcases really come down to personal responsibility. Does that make sense? No one is going to tell you you have to change your pillowcase. But hopefully by listening to this, you will realize that the filth that you live in is not the norm. And once you realize that, and once you accept it, you can truly begin to evolve as a human being. Both like physically and mentally. Mentally, you just have that beautiful habit of always being clean, changing your pillowcase, changing your sheets, changing that everything. It's just common practice, routine. It's just good for you. And physically, you will have less blemishes on your skin, less oil on your face, and in turn, less acne. And you know what? You probably wouldn't smell as much. I do not think resting your head on a fungusy petri dish for 8 hours a day is good. It is not good. So maybe some of the biggest problems in your life are because of the pillowcase. Maybe you just recently lost your job. Maybe you're failing school. Maybe your spouse or significant other hates you. Maybe all of that is because you do not change your pillowcase frequently enough. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that could be the cause. It's possible. I'm not saying one thing or the other. I'm just saying it's possible. It could be that your wife, who you've been married to for the last decade, last 2 decades, last 3 decades, hates your guts because you don't change your pillowcase very often. Maybe the reason she wants a divorce is because you do not change your pillowcase very often. Maybe the reason your kids don't want to see you anymore is because you don't change your bed sheets very often. This is all just speculation. But if you gave me enough time, I could connect some dots. Now it's case by case, but in general, you should always change your pillowcase. It's important. So leave your thoughts down in the comments. How often do you change your pillowcase? And are you divorced? And why? Why are you divorced? Is it pillowcase adjacent, or is it just some other reason, some other lame reason like financial or infidelity or something? Just let me know. I appreciate you listening to this, and I will see you tomorrow.